Hey guys, it's Phil Morrison. I help people with social anxiety to thrive in life. I'm going to teach you some really simple and effective mindset shifts which you can use to protect yourself from toxic people. I've noted a few down on my phone and I teach these to clients and it works. And I personally apply them myself as well when I'm around toxic family members and other people. So let's say that there's a toxic person in your workplace. So you're forced to spend time with them. So you can't cut them out of your life. What can you do to make the time you spend with them less miserable and less draining? So the first thing that you can do is work out how much money you're earning per minute, or let's say every 5 minutes. And when you're spending time with that person, you can think to yourself, it's a damn good job that I'm getting paid for this. You can have a mental piggy bank and imagine the pounds, the dollars going into that mental piggy bank just for you being there and chatting to this person. This definitely takes the stress away, as it shows that you're only there because you're getting paid for it. You're not choosing to spend your social time with this person. Another mindset shift, which I personally really like, and this was taught to me by my mentor when I was having difficulties with toxic people. So the truth is that it's impossible for you to get offended without your own consent. On some level, you must consent in order to be offended by someone. What this means is that if I'm around somebody that's insulting, rude, and negative, it's my responsibility to not be offended by that person. Don't waste your energy trying to control or change that person. Instead, focus on how you can transform so that you're not offended by this person in future. Every time you go away feeling drained, ask yourself that question: how can I transform so that I'm not offended and I'm not triggered by this person in future? And when you take complete responsibility for what you have control over, which is how you choose to respond to that person, and you cut off responsibility for things that you have no control over, i.e. that other person's behavior, you're so much happier and really you feel empowered. Because the key theme, which I wrote down, is basically that you're not living in reaction to toxic people. You're dealing with them on your own terms. That's the key theme with all these mindsets. Another mindset shift which I noted down on my phone is to go in there and be prepared for a storm. So if you're around somebody who is a chief complainer, they're negative, they're draining, they're rude, maybe they're aggressive, and you find spending time with them really draining. When you know you're going to spend time with them, don't go in there all naive thinking that it's going to go really well, we'll get on like a house on fire. A leopard doesn't change its spots. So go in there prepared for a storm. Say to yourself, this is going to be a battle. They're going to be 10 out of 10 negative, complaining 24/7. They're going to be on my case, making things difficult. And when you go in there prepared for a storm, you're not shocked by any behaviors, and usually it goes a lot better than you're expecting. The worst thing you can do is spend time with a toxic person and go in there completely unprepared and come away feeling beaten up, drained, negative. I'm just going to check my phone to see if I noted down any more mindset shifts. And of course, actually having boundaries with toxic people is super important. And I mentioned in previous videos that firstly, the best boundary is a time constraint. Preferably, you want to spend 0 time with toxic people and all your time around uplifting people. So minimize the time you spend with toxic people by implementing false time constraints. So having a plan, something you need to do, which excuses you from spending much time around that person. And being a master of changing the subjects when it's going down a negative path is super helpful. And of course, if someone's repeatedly treating you in a bad way and it's basically straight up abuse, that's different. And you're going to have to calmly confront that person. If every time you go and meet somebody and it's a family member, someone at work, you come away feeling drained and you've already tried time boundaries, changing the subjects, you're going to have to look that person in the eye and confront them about the behavior that's making you feel down, because ultimately that's the only way that you can hope to change that person. That is the only way you can give yourself a complete resolution, by having it out, getting it off your chest in a calm way. And I'll teach you how you can do this in a later video, confronting people without it becoming aggressive, an argument, making it productive, being an adult and mature at the same time. So I hope that you got value from this video and you can try some of these mindset shifts when you're around toxic people to prove to yourself that they actually make a tangible difference. You need to become a master of the social martial arts of self-defense, a black belt in boundaries to protect yourself from the toxic people. And realistically, I want to tell you straight, so you're not disappointed, to get good at boundaries with people, think 6 months to 2 years. That's realistically what it's taken me, and I'm still working on boundaries with people. They're a hell of a lot better than they were. They're probably an 8 out of 10 now. They used to be like a 2 out of 10 back in the day. I'm still working on them. Don't beat yourself up if you make a mistake. You have to fail your way to success in this area of life, as my mentor taught me. Something which I want to flag up before closing this video is the fact that I offer a limited number of free 2-hour one-to-one coaching sessions every month. I'm completely booked up for February, total full schedule, but I do have some available slots in March, and the coaching can either be over Zoom or face-to-face over coffee in Birmingham. If you're potentially interested in going down the coaching route, but you're a little bit on the fence, you're not sure who to trust, who's going to help you out, who's got the answers, what's the right path, that's the exact reason why I offer a free coaching session. And if I meet somebody who isn't a right fit for me, but I can see that they're determined to grow and make a difference in their life, I refer them to other people, coaches and mental health professionals who I know can help them out. So the other week, I was speaking to a girl that had an alcohol problem, and I've never had an alcohol problem, so that's not my area. I referred this person to a psychotherapist who I'm friends with because they're the right fit. So basically, what's the harm in trying a free 2-hour coaching session so you can decide if the coaching is right for you or not before you decide to commit to a block of sessions, an official program, something like this. Also, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel this year, so I appreciate people subscribing. I'm starting to release content more and more frequently, and everything that I release is real. I'm talking about tools and mindsets that I've personally used and got success from in my life. And also it's been field tested on my clients. So I simplify my teaching and just teach what works, cut through the BS, and I do my best to get straight to the point and communicate value and motivate people to take action in their lives. Have an awesome rest of your day.